Gotta stretch my finger over this can and crack this Red Bull. Come on.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Circle of Darkness podcast. I am Brandel.
I'm Britt.
And I'm Brandon.
Today, I thought we would get into the history and mystery of some silent horror stuff. And it would probably be best if you started it from your perspective.
It will be good. But before we do it, y'all crack those bulls.
No.
Crack them. Listen. This may take a little bit. This may be a little bit of a story.
Oh, my God.
So many minutes.
What was that
That's where you get the full flavor off your lips. You know, you got some like remaining on there and you suck it right back in.
Full droplet hit the back of your gullet. Just boom. Okay, so yeah, back to it. The history and mystery of certain silent horror things.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about how I snuck my way into the band.
Completely snuck your way into the band.
Completely. It's either I snuck in or I'm very damn persuasive.
So I don't remember you at all.
That's great. I love that.
I don't remember how we connected. I don't remember, because obviously you probably connected with me first, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so how did that even happen?
I was just getting out of a band, and that's when I was telling myself, I was like, well, I need to do horror punk. So, like I said, my mind went from being in metal to wanting to play like doo-wop.
All in like 1 week, right? It was like boom.
Yeah, man, like I went crazy. Yeah. So that's what I did. I was like, okay, well, that's it. Fixing to write horror punk. I'm doing it.
Okay.
So I wrote, and everything just sounded awful. Like everything I wrote, like I don't know, like because I wasn't
know
knowledgeable.
it. Yeah.
I wasn't in it. So the only thing I could think of was like Teenage Homicide. So I was like,
So that was a song you kind of gravitated toward?
that was it. Well, that's why my name was Johnny Misery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Johnny Misery, and what was it? The Mostly Ghost Band. But the reason why I said that is because I was the band.
Oh.
Right.
You know, I was everything.
And there was nobody else, so they were ghosts.
Yeah, the ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
get that?
Yeah. I feel you now. I got you.
So that's what I did. And like I said, Teenage Homicide, like I was wanting to record it, but like I was always worried about like people being upset. Like I was like, I don't know if I could cover this. I don't know. So I was talking to my friend, and he's like, well, if you contact Brent or Brandel, you can ask them. I don't think they would care. And I was like, okay, well, that's what I'll do. So I went on Instagram, and I was like, hey, I'd like to cover Teenage Homicide if that's all right, you know. And you
What did I say?
You wrote back, you said, you son of a bitch.
Oh, God. I bet I was pissed, huh? I bet behind the scenes I was pissed. I probably called Brent, and I was like, you won't fucking believe it.
Well, no, like
You won't
actually,
believe it.
like actually, he was really nice about it. He was like,
That doesn't sound like me.
no, I promise. Like he was like, yeah, man. Like after you get it recorded, send it. Like we'd love to hear it. I was like, perfect. Yeah. Like I was freaking out. I was like, holy shit. So
Couple country boys from a town near you was written real.
Oh god. So that's what I did. So I was like, well, fuck. You know, if they're wanting to hear it, I got to do it good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Now, did you know at the time that we lived here?
no,
Right beside you?
I knew you was in Tennessee, but I didn't know how close.
Okay.
I didn't know. I just knew it was Tennessee. That's all.
Okay.
So got the garage band out.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I've recorded before, but never by myself.
Okay.
So I kind of knew what to do. So like I would go every day, like out of work, I'd go in my bathroom. Now my bathroom was teeny.
Okay.
Like you could only fit like your ass in there.
So it's like a half bath.
Yeah.
Is there a tub in there?
There was a tub, and the toilet was like right next to each
Okay.
other.
Okay.
And that's how I recorded. I would put the phone on the toilet, and I would sit on the floor because that was the only way I could really
Yeah.
get some good echo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But of course, like you plug the guitar up.
Yeah.
So like I did all that, and I thought it was okay for my first time, and sent it. And like I remember after I sent it, I was going to work, and I got a response back from you. He's like, "Oh, that's okay." And I was like, "Okay, yeah."
There's no way I said that's okay. I definitely probably said like, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, you probably bullshitted it.
Nah, I
because
wouldn't.
like I said, looking back on it and hearing it now, wow. And Brent's face told it while ago when I played it.
We always love to hear when people cover our stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Even if it's bad or
we're
good.
always just flattered that anyone would want to play or try to play our stuff. So.
Well, I wanted to rip y'all off. Like
Okay.
I wanted.
So you were just wanting to copy and
Yeah.
steal.
Yeah.
I don't know who would do that.
That's what I was wanting to do.
I have no clue what band would just copy other songs from another famous horror punk band. Anyway, so you, after you sent me that, we chatted.
Yeah, we chatted for a while, and like the whole time on my mind, I was like, man, I wish I could bring up like if I can join the band.
Oh, so you were instantly like, okay, I'm getting in.
Yeah,
this
because I was like,
band.
hell, they like the song. I did everything on it. I did the bass, the guitar, the vocals, everything. I was like, surely something out of that they'll like.
Hopefully they don't need me, but man, they really want me
Exactly.
now.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
At the
I mean,
time,
really,
I loved
did
it.
you know what members were in the band or if we even needed a member or anything?
I just knew that y'all hadn't put out anything. Like, I mean, it was after Austin, like nothing.
Right.
Okay, so what was that, like 2017? 16? Probably 17, right? 18?
Yeah, I think
I have no clue any of our years or life.
I think I've been in the band for 5 years now.
Okay.
So 5
Wow.
or 6. That's weird.
Okay, that's weird.
But-
That would be
yeah.
2017.
yeah, I think it was 2017.
Yeah.
So like I said, I sent that, and then that's when me and you was conversing,
Okay.
and you was like, well, he's like, I've done vocals over Violent Side.
Yeah.
You want to hear it? And I was like, yeah.
Okay.
So you sent it to me, and I was like, this is it. This is the silent horror that I
Yeah.
love. This is what I want. I was like, God, yes. I was like, you going to do that? And he's like, well, we'll have to find a drummer.
Bingo.
I was like, oh, really? I play drums.
You played him on that Teenage Homicide, didn't you?
With your mouth.
Actually, I played like this because, like I said, at the time I didn't know you could program drums on that because I'm inexperienced with GarageBand then. Now I'm a whiz on it, but not then.
Yeah.
because like it only bring up the drum
Okay.
set, and you had to go poof. Yeah,
Finger play. You didn't know that you could
yeah. You just program
create.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, but you can go in there and map out like the little
Yeah.
things. So yeah.
And now they got like the studio drummers on there, so
Yeah.
you can set up all your beats, rows, and everything. So that was the thing is I was trying to sell you, hey,
You play drums.
I play drums.
Okay.
So
I do. So I remember because Brent, even when I started singing, wasn't on board. Like nobody was on board. It didn't really matter. I think we were just tired of being in the band for so long, doing it for so much. He had other things going on. I had other things going on. But I really wanted to get back into it. Usually every time around fall, I'd start wanting to get back into it. So Brent, I was like, hey, I remember we were playing in your bedroom at the time.
Yep.
We had like the electronic stuff set up and everything, and I'm pretty sure I came to you and showed you that Teenage Homicide thing or something. No, after that was before Gary, right? Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah.
yeah, because I remember when y'all did get Gary.
The first thing that I remember is you sent me a video of him playing. An
so you
electronic
sent
band.
me a video of you playing Paranormal, but I couldn't see your feet. I couldn't hear anything. All I could see is you going. And I was like, well, I mean, he has the timing. The sticks are working right. I was like, let's see. Let's just invite him up and see.
Yeah. Oh, I sent you a bunch of videos because I remember one day, like, I was jamming and it was like nighttime, and you was like, hey, can you send a video of you playing Chainsaw? And I was like, shit, yeah. Okay. So playing Chainsaw. But what it is like they ain't a one time through. Like, I had to sit there and do it a bunch of times just to where it was halfway kind of right. And I was like, okay, yeah, I just played it real quick and sent it to you.
Okay.
But I sent a bunch of videos. I mean, like, this, like, to get a time
I
period.
tried to
this
download
was-
them in my email, but it says they're no longer available.
Oh man. Well, they're like I said, this was like a year time. I mean, like I kept pounding you.
Really?
And see, like it, I felt like I was kind of picking up pace with it stuff, but then it kind of fell. Like, I wouldn't hear nothing. So then, like, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do my Johnny Misery thing. So like I wrote songs, tried to put them out, did like a little music video, whatever, and that was gonna be the thing. I was like, I'll just be
one-man band.
Yeah, be one-man band so I can
Do my
find
own
somebody.
deal.
Yeah, so I can find somebody to go out and play. But
Yeah.
that's what I was saying in previous episodes or whatever. In my town, like nobody does anything. Like if they're killer musicians, I mean, they've got other priorities in their life. They don't try to focus on playing or anything.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get somebody to come out and play. So
Well, I remember you sent me those videos, and at the time, we didn't have Gary, and it was just me and Brent still sitting in his room writing stuff. And we were like, yeah, let's try him out. And Matt was on board with the band.
Yeah.
So Matt was still in, the bass player Matt was still in the band. And I remember you got there, and Brent and I were, first of all, he's cool as ice, baby. He's cool, you know? Immediately we were like, oh, this is cool. You sit down behind the drum set. What song do we play first? It had to be Paranormal, because that was the one you really sent me that I was like, oh yeah, he's got that. Or was it, did we try to do Wolfsbane?
yeah, it was either Wolfsbane or it was something
God.
fast. Yeah, it was
We
something
started
fast.
with that?
Yeah,
Like-
it was either that.
Wolfsbane.
It was either that or I Drank of Your Blood.
Oh God.
I don't know. I think it was Wolfsbane.
I think
Yeah.
it was Wolfsbane. I think we went to count it off, and you went and boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
and like
And I
it
didn't-
was so bad that I couldn't. I was like looking at. I remember looking over at him and like, oh. And then you're like,
Yeah, I didn't do the
Yeah.
double time on it. I guess. And also I had my double bass pedal, which
Okay.
there. He's like, hey,
can't
just
even play drums, and
he's
you're like, yeah,
he's
I got a double bass.
He's like, you need to use one pedal on that. That double don't sound right. I was like, oh god.
yeah, because you're trying to go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
boom, boom.
I've never done it with one foot.
Yeah, and I remember I was pretty upset. Like that whole practice, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. But then when we got done, we all just hung out for like an hour. It was probably a good hour, I'd say, that we hung out. And when you left, I remember me and Brent sitting out on his front porch, and we were like,
Hold on. Let me tell you this.
Oh god.
I don't think we've ever talked about this. But so you were fanboying out,
Oh yeah, full blown.
right?
Yeah, going crazy.
And I was like, well, let me go in the old vault closet here and pull out the goods. You know?
oh,
Yeah.
the forbidden thing that's
So,
never.
so I go, yeah, check this out. So I pull out some stuff, some old, like our old vinyl that we did, like buttons and just all these old CDs and stuff. And then I handed you the original CD, the very first,
Which I still got.
the sacred CD. I mean,
Yeah.
this thing is
We had 100 of them made.
100 of them ever made.
All
They
of them are
came-
gone.
They came plastic wrapped.
Yeah.
And
A sealed one on eBay sold for $400. So,
Yeah.
and that's for 4 songs.
Yeah.
$100 a song.
so very few of them around. I still have one. I said, hey, check this out. And I handed it to you. I didn't mean to give it to you.
Oh man.
He handed it to you,
Yeah, and I was
and
like,
you
oh
just
my
went,
God,
"Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
And I was
And-
like,
and he's like, oh man. I
And
want that back.
Brett looked at me and he goes, like he was so scared because we had 2 copies. We only had 2 copies, one open, one unopened. That was it. That's the band. Like he
just
had
like,
his
"Oh, man,
personal one, then we
thanks."
had the band one, and you just went, "Oh man, thank you." And you put it right in your fucking pocket. And Brett looked at. I'll never forget that look, man. He went. Like he was so scared. Like he was like,
believe it.
"Oh my God."
he just took the CD.
Like he just took it, no questions fucking asked. And what was great is then after that, like we hung out, whatever, you left, and I'm pretty sure I looked at Brent and I was like, fuck it, man, let him have it, because it was awesome.
Oh,
like
yeah. I mean, I was
just hanging
yeah,
out with
whatever.
like after that, I remember me and Brent we had the light boxes at the time. We were like, well, maybe we could just get him up here doing sound samples with light boxes.
Lights.
You know, like merch.
Because we were like,
and-
he definitely can't play drums.
True.
But
Oh.
we did like you enough that we were like, he needs to be something. Selling
Something.
merch.
Something has to go on where you're a part of it. And man, that was a wild day. I remember a lot of emotions, going up and down. But
But yeah, and then A week later, we tried out Gary. I think you coming and playing kind of put a bit of fuel in
that
it.
like kind of lit us to be like, hey,
and we were like, okay,
we're gonna
let's
keep
get
it
Gary
going.
in here and try it. So we had Gary come over, and he did exactly what you did, but it worked.
Yeah.
But it worked.
But
you know,
he could play drums.
we had Gary the drummer come over.
Yeah, the drummer,
and play drums, and guess what? It actually worked.
because he could play drums.
I didn't give him one of my precious CDs because I'd already
Nope.
given it to you.
Yeah, because that would been the last one.
And the one I had, I'd already given away also. So
But yes, so once Gary came, I think we instantly thought, okay, is Matt going to be in the band?
yeah,
Because-
there was a few practices because we started practicing above Gary's mom's gym.
Gym, yeah.
And we were up there for a while, and I'd
think-
say we had four practices.
so.
And no, we had
With
'cause-
Matt?
Yeah.
We played a couple times. Without
Did you do
Matt.
the live stream?
No.
No. See, Matt did the live stream and everything. We played like
Really?
4 or 6 times because, like, on the last time we ever played up there, we did an Instagram live concert from up there. And that next week, we actually we knew we were kind of like, man, we know Matt's not really into this. Like, we could tell he didn't want to come to practice, kind of deal. It wasn't like he was like, oh, I don't want to be there, whatever. It was just like you could tell he had other things going on. And I think at that time we were like, man, we don't want to push him to still be in the band. So that's when we sat him down at the good old Dairy Queen. That's kind of like the meeting spot back in the day. And we had that conversation just like, hey, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. Don't feel like you're obligated to stay just because we ask you to or anything like that. And did he go to school? I think he went to school or he did something. I don't know what he was trying to do at the time, but he definitely went on more like career stuff. So, and I remember not even the next few days having you down the first day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting. I got the text that said, "Hey, we was talking. Would you like to come meet at Taco Bell?" And that's what I went there. We went to Taco Bell, and I remember sitting in that corner booth. And he was like, "Yeah, we kind of like to have you do, like something like lights or anything. We just, it'd be killer if you could play like guitar or bass." And I was like, I've played guitar ever since I was 18.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And he's like, what about bass? And I was like,
I can
go.
do that.
Yeah, let's go.
Where were you at in your life? Like, what were you doing? Were you even back into horror punk by then? Because that was years, right? A couple of years or a year maybe, or
Like when y'all called?
yeah, again.
No, like it wasn't
Was
too
it too
long.
far?
No, it wasn't. Like I said, like
No, it had to have been.
it was weeks.
Within- yeah,
it wasn't long because like I said, like
Man,
after,
you really lit a fire under our ass, didn't you? We went from doing nothing to getting the band back together.
Because I actually think that we brought you down and you played bass
At Gary's.
before.
Oh, before Matt
Matt
left, because we were like, I wonder if he could even do it
we
if
were
Matt
like, I
doesn't
wonder
want
if he
to.
can. Yeah, so we brought you down and you played bass that time.
And
It was
I'm-
after that we were like, okay, let's go ask Matt if he's really
yeah, and I'm
into
pretty
this.
sure you at that practice played every song almost perfectly,
Yeah.
if not
I think
perfectly.
so.
Yeah, I was either off a half a measure or something. Like I was in the ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, like once Brent would show you, oh no, it's played right here. You'd go, oh, and it would never mess up again. So, yeah, that's I think when we knew, like, hey, we can have that talk with Matt, and but at that point where I'm trying to remember if did he join the band immediately after that,
No, like it was.
or was there like a pause?
There was a pause because, like I said, Matt was still.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the thing. Like Matt was still in the band.
I think we had you come down a couple of times. After the first time, that's when we talked to Matt. Then Matt was out, but we weren't like. I don't think we were like, yeah, you're our new
Right.
bass
Yeah.
player yet. We did have a couple of practices, and it worked really well. So
Yeah.
there was no question. It just happened.
Then we met you at a Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Hmm?
sneaky. We're still going Taco Bell
We just
Every
went to
time.
Taco Bell
every
every
Sunday.
time,
Every Sunday.
every day and night.
Every day and night. But yeah, so what was your perspective coming in and playing bass?
Well, like I said, I knew I wanted to do something like in the band, so like it didn't matter. I didn't care. Whatever. Whatever you thought I was all right at,
I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
So did you think like, okay, I've got to really like learn the bass now, or were you just like,
Yeah, well, what the record sounded like, I wanted it to sound as tight like that, so or close to it.
so you start practicing all the
Oh
time?
yeah,
And
yep.
So and then we're like,
So-
I don't know when do we practice on Sunday still? I don't even know.
I can't remember.
I feel like we played like a random night, like a Wednesday night or something. We were practicing at the time.
Yeah, I think so. I might have been working weekend shift or something.
It probably had to do with my job or something.
Well, I
like
just
nights.
remember late at night being up there at the
Yeah.
gym.
Well, so because I remember people working out and stuff. Like- But yeah, like
And
I
then
saw.
and then we did a little photo shoot.
Yeah,
Underneath.
you humped
About
the
the time.
Yeah.
punching back.
I did that. Yeah.
Whoa! Damn.
Yeah.
You were humping stuff back then.
Yeah.
man.
Still
Yeah.
doing it.
Still doing
Still
it.
doing it.
Every day and night.
Every day and night.
Every day and
Yeah.
night.
I sold those drums. I had no use for them no more.
Uh-huh. Got him a
Buy you a
bass.
bass.
Bought the bass from
Gary.
at like the second or third time me coming there.
Is that the same bass you play now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
You had it redone, didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
You like
I,
bought it from him and then
Yeah. I've made it look like Pete Steele. Tried to.
tried to.
Yeah.
You know, log and chain.
Yeah. Choke it at the base. Tell you, anybody can make their ding dong look big when they choke it at the base.
You think? About by the pictures we saw of those micros. You can choke those anywhere you want. They never change.
You'd have to choke the pelvic bone. Get them big. Jesus.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember from Gary's, where did we go?
From Gary's, we went
From the gym?
from the gym. We went to the Evil Shed.
Okay. Was there a time period that you weren't coming down while we were still doing the band?
Not that I know of.
So you've been coming down here at least once a week for 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Well, there was like a
What-
year-long thing with COVID.
Yeah,
where-
the COVID.
Almost
and-
2 years that we didn't get together at all.
Yeah. COVID and marital issues.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
That will definitely
That will set you back.
That will put a damper
Yeah.
on things, kids.
I think once we went into back into the shed, that's when we decided to go as hard as we kind of could.
Yeah.
We started writing silver screen.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to do a podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
did.
tried.
We
That
had
was
we had
very-
we had a couple episodes and we couldn't post them.
Way back
Yeah.
then, we tried to do it with the most. The equipment was
It was gorilla style.
it was it was our regular vocal mics and just
I mean, it would have been fine. It's just terrible.
yeah, not
We could have,
worthy.
yeah, we could have done it, but yeah, it was definitely wonky.
But yeah, we after we did that, well, we stayed in the shed all the way up into COVID. Right?
Yeah.
And then we did
Till
it
we
all
came
through
here.
there until we came here.
Well,
Okay.
I take that back. We before we went to North Carolina, we practiced at Gary's for a little
That's
bit.
right.
Oh yeah,
Upstairs.
yeah,
Was it
upstairs.
North
Yeah,
Carolina?
yeah. We played at Gary's upstairs, and that was all live instruments too.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
And that was only for a short time. I think we did like 4 or 5 practices there.
Yeah.
and that was it.
I hated live practice. I hate that so much.
It was alright, but our PA was so.
That PA
No,
is
it's bad.
so
I mean,
bad.
like everything was just loud, but like the vocals, I was just kind of like watching you. I was like,
Is he singing? Yeah, he's
Yeah, no,
doing
like-
something. Yeah, it works.
Um,
"Oh, busy night,
oh.
busy night." There, Crossville. There goes RoboCop.
Oh my god.
And we're good.
what was I gonna say? Oh, how many shows have you played for Silent Horror?
Well, that's the thing. We ain't played that many.
Right,
Let's
but
see.
how many? You remember
we
the
played-
first show?
Yeah, we played the open chord.
That was the
That was
first
the
show.
first show.
First
you-
show.
Man, he
Yeah.
was spoiled.
Yeah,
First show, probably a lot of people, good food.
It was.
How
yeah,
did that feel?
everything. It was great.
Oh man.
Because we busted out in Wolfsbane and it was on. Like, oh God, it was good.
Now, up until that point, when was the last live show you had played?
Before, God, probably about 2 years, year and a half, 2 years, I'd imagine.
Before that? Mm-hmm. And what show was that? And with what band?
I was playing, I think I was playing lead guitar and singing in this band called 476 out of Rossville, Georgia. And it was like southern metal top.
Was that your mailing phase?
Yeah, it was like my mailing phase. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah,
And you guys played shows? Did you record anything?
yeah.
So you have records and everything?
Well, I mean, like we had CDs, but I don't know. That's one thing that's weird about me. Like, of all the bands I've been in, we've recorded and there's CDs, but I never kept them. I never.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Have any of our stuff?
Oh yeah, I got a CD. I got a Beware CD. Never been open.
He's got an original mint copy.
Yeah, it's
man.
never been open. Oh, RoboCop.
There they go again. Okay.
And we're back.
Okay, so you played the open chord. Then what was the next show?
Yeah, we did open chord, and then after that was North Carolina. We played that fest.
That was your second show with
That
them?
was the second show.
He
Yeah.
is spoiled. When did
Yeah.
we play with the Doyle show? That was before North Carolina.
No, it was after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After.
Because we had a few shows under our belt before we played Doyle. And
Man,
Cancer
he
Slave.
really is spoiled. He's only played a couple bad shows with us. All the other ones have been great for you.
Yeah. Like I said, the show.
Now, one time we went to Alabama to play a show. We didn't.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Tornado
You there
show.
for that?
Yeah.
Tornado show.
Yeah, that was supposed to have been our third show, but it got canceled.
Yeah.
That was in Huntsville.
Yeah, it was at some Irish pub. or
Maggie's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maggie's Bar.
And then
And
we took cover at McDonald's.
So the promoter didn't show up. The booking guy didn't show up. The sound guy didn't show up. And
Yeah,
when we got there, we were like, no.
Yeah.
There was like some instruments laying in the floor somewhere.
Yeah, and it was just like regular bar people everywhere. And we were like, and then we got,
Man, something bad's happened.
Man.
holy moly. And we're back. But I remember getting like a radar alert on my phone, and it said like tornado, your area now. And we were like, what?
Yeah.
And then we all went to McDonald's. Did we go to a bowling alley first?
No, we went to the bowling alley after McDonald's.
We went to McDonald's and took cover, and then we were all going to go to a bowling alley. Pulled up in there, took one look into the thing. We're like,
Yeah, it was-
and we all drove away.
Yeah, it was bad. It looked rough.
Yeah, it looked really rough. And but yeah, it's been crazy how many good to bad shows you've had with us.
Okay, so you played open chord, that
North Carolina.
North Carolina show, the Doyle show. Is that it?
We played with Children of October in.
Oh God, Oak Ridge.
Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, that show. Everybody else played amazing, but when we played, like I said, we had house lights on. And
No sound. Our monitors.
No
didn't work.
monitors.
Yeah.
I feel like that maybe somebody was out for us.
Something, because like man,
Maybe.
I
I
kept
think he
putting.
just hadn't quite dialed it in yet. I don't. Think
Oh, he dialed it in after us.
He
'cause, like,
dialed it in straight
'cause
after us.
I kept putting at my wedge. I was like, I can't hear anything, and he goes, okay.
Okay.
I was like, so that's when I
That's
backed.
the way I wanted it.
Yeah, I backed
Exactly.
I backed up to
Perfect.
Gary, and I told Gary, I said, hey man, I said I'm just going to play to you and pray to God that me and Brent's playing the same thing.
Play and pray. That's
Yeah.
what I do every time, baby. Play and pray.
So like I remember in that show, Gary told me, he's like, if I keep time, he goes, I'm gonna keep it with my bass drum so you can hear it. So like when we're playing Drink of Your Blood, he's going, dum, 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 dum. I was like,
That's funny.
Speaking of Gary, if everybody out there is watching that knows silent horror, and there's only been 3 of us, and there is no Gary here, it's because Gary has moved on. No bad anything with him. Love Gary, but kind of got to the point where I think he wanted to focus more on job, career, all that stuff, home life, everything like that. Yeah. So in light of that, we had show plans this month even. We had show plans probably in November we wanted to do, but now we are taking kind of a little step back and trying out different drummer stuff and things like that. We have a really cool dude from our town named Brandon who's stepping in right now to fill in for a cool show on when?
December 3rd.
December 3rd,
I'm
Nashville.
Thinking, you put me on the spot.
It is. It's December 3rd.
Okay, because
my birthday is November 3rd, and I remember it's exactly.
Okay, it made me.
Yep.
Okay.
So December 3rd, we have that show. Yeah, that's the next thing we have planned, but definitely like to get January going too, February, and then do some stuff. But interesting, I did get an email from Evelyn's Casket, drummer. So if we want to go out there, we could use him as well.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, as of right now, we do have someone coming in that is impressing us with their drumming. So we'll see where it goes.
In the meantime, we're going to be doing, if we do record anything, you'll just be playing the drums on it.
So if we're recording, I'll probably just step back and, or we'll let Brandon.
That's what we say. You could let me, and I'll bust a beat out that you'll never heard on the snare drum before.
Can you do it on the garage band?
Oh man, no, I can't.
No.
Not unless I can use the studio drummer on the garage band.
You can.
Oh,
I'll let you.
shit.
I'll let you do what you gotta do.
I always use Kyle. He's the good rock drummer on there.
I don't know anything that you're talking about.
garage
You do this on your phone?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
There's a
But-
Kyle.
I guess so. Like I said, the last thing I recorded GarageBand, I think, was when I was trying to do that Mark of the Witch. I was trying to do my own little like Whitechapel style.
God, man.
Yeah.
When was that? Was that during Silent Horror?
Yeah.
With you being in it?
Mm-hmm.
How come I
Yeah.
never heard of this?
Hey.
Did you hear it?
I guess.
Oh, I heard it. He
Guess
sent
what?
it to me.
Guess what? It's playing right now because he's putting it in right now. Yeah, it's fucking going.
Yeah, bang your head here. Give him the timing to bang his head too.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I don't know. It's like.
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh shit.
If I come to your house, will you give me a copy of the CD?
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, I love it, man. It's the best story, and it's great that it came out right here because, man, we've laughed about that
Oh,
for
for so
5
long.
years.
No.
5 years we've looked at each other and just go, I can't believe that was the best day ever.
You know what? That CD may show back up to you, bro. It may
No.
It never will. We've already got
That's
another
staying with
copy.
you. Yeah, I've actually found several more.
Oh.
So it's not a big deal. No, I do. There's 2 in the shed right now. So
Well, there you go.
But-
So
no,
you're good.
I want you to have it now.
Yeah, back then we didn't want you to have it. We didn't like you that
Oh,
much.
man.
We liked you a lot, but not that much. Now
Man.
I want you to have 3 of them.
I didn't even mind it that much when like afterwards, but it was just like at the time
Yeah, at the
I was
time,
just
like,
like,
oh, God.
I think it was the shell shock
he's-
of knowing that
he's
like
just gonna
he's
take it.
taking
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that when you were walking to your car, even he looked at Brent, looked at me and goes, "He's taking it. He's taking it. Like he's actually taking it."
He's,
And I was
he's not
like,
giving it back.
"He's like, he's not giving it back. He's not giving it back." I was like, "I don't know what to fucking do."
We'll call him and tell him, hey, your drum's not that good, and could you bring that
Could
CD
you bring that
back?
CD back to us?
Yeah.
dude?
I probably
Hope you-
should. I mean, I should have just looked at it and go, "Oh no, I'm not giving it to you.
Yeah,
That's got to stay here, buddy."
I think your eyes lit up
yeah.
Yeah,
when you
yeah. I was just
touched
like,
it.
oh,
Well,
man,
and
he's-
you just took
Yeah.
it, and we were like, "Yep, okay."
Well, I thought you was gonna give me that vinyl. That's what I was waiting for. I was like, I'll take that vinyl.
Why did you just think I was just giving you stuff out of there?
I don't know. I really did. I thought. I mean, I was like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah, man, these
like
guys are really cool, man.
I mean, like you said,
He
you know,
said,
like,
"Give me his old shit."
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I was like, these dudes are cool.
you guys are top dudes, man. Really like that.
I like that.
I like that
a lot.
about a guy, you know, really
Yeah.
top dude.
Yeah, pinky out. You know?
Oh, well,
Man. Well,
But yeah, that's
Hey.
that's the story and
that's the funness behind you.
that's the history and the mystery.
Yeah.
yeah.
and you've become like my third leg.
Yeah.
You know,
I
wouldn't be able to make
tried
it through my day without you, Bubby.
I tried.
Always swinging, never
Yep.
standing.
Yeah,
always, little to
always.
the left.
Yeah.
You know,
Curve.
me and you.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's a perfect representation. Here, hold that fist up. Hold that fist up. That's perfect. That's a perfect representation.
Oh, anyway, if you want to follow the band, it's Silent Horror Punk on Instagram, Silent Horror Punk on Facebook, and Silent Horror the Band. Actually, no, it's just Silent Horror Band. SilentHorrorBand.com.
Yeah.
And we don't have any merchandise on our website right now. It is all sitting right in here, about 10 feet from us in totes. But we are going to be releasing a vinyl soon. What? And that vinyl will come with a CD. What? Yeah. And it will come with a surprise and with some more surprises.
You may get all of Brandon Lane's drum tracks from every
Single one of them.
Oh man, that's the
on
thing,
vinyl.
The thing you didn't know you wanted so bad.
But yeah. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. We'll be posting about it. And also go follow our Instagram, Circle of Darkness Podcast. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Gag. I gave you that CD, and you wasn't supposed to have it. What?
Yeah.
That lighting's good.
Freaking ruining
Yeah, we got this. He two-fisted that.
The old
The old churning butter.
the old cranking you. Here we go.
thing's full of gack, and I'm ready to put it down.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Circle of Darkness podcast. As
I'm Brent.
That's my ding dong. Oh, it's fucking crickets!
Jesus Christ.
You hit the crickets again.
I gotta pee. I gotta get out of here.
You better piss before you get that. You better pee before you get that damn 20 ounces.
you ready?
I'm